Alright y'all, welcome back. I cannot even explain how pumped up I am to be out here on the property today, looking at this old 79 K-10, just thinking about everything that's gonna get done to this freaking truck. I mean, just look at this freaking thing. The first time I didn't film it because it's not really like something exciting. I can't really go far. I want to get my tags and stuff on the truck first, but I'm out here in the country, so I just went down the road a little bit, and I just wanted to take the truck for a little bit longer of a drive than what I did when I test drove it, getting up at a little bit of a higher speed. And you know, you gotta explain this to me. How does a 43-year-old truck shift better than both of my other trucks, being an 02 and an 05 with built transmission? Absolutely blew my mind. But today's goal, guys, like I said, the first thing we're gonna do with this truck is one, tackle the rust and get all that stuff knocked out. But before we do that, we gotta see what we're working with here. This truck looks like it has not had a wash in 43 years, so I brought the power washer out here today. I just want to go ahead and get that pulled over here, soak down the whole entire truck, give it a nice wash, and then we're going to start tackling the inside of the truck because we need to fix and address this first. I really can't see what I'm working with here until we get all the carpet ripped out because we need to fix that part down there, pal. The old floor pan needs to get removed and a new one installed. I don't think it's happening to the other side, but like I said, until we rip out the seat and get all the carpet out, we're not really gonna be able to see what we're working with here. Everything's getting fully redone, so taking stuff out gently really isn't, I don't really care to do it. The seat, I'm gonna use the brackets and stuff, but everything's getting reupholstered, all brand new foam, brand new carpet. If I only ordered one floor pan, so let's hope the other side isn't terrible. We got a wire brush out here with us today. We're gonna go through and just pretty much prep for part 2 of this video, which will be I might cut out the floor today, I'm not sure, but for sure the second video is going to be really us tackling, start doing some of this demo to this truck and getting it where she needs to be. For all the K-10 fans out there, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and watch this project come together. With that being said, let's pull the power washer over. By the way, too, let's just jump in my truck. We got some food. Let's just, by the way, I brought coolant today to just put some fluids in the truck, and never trust those jugs. I try to get up as much as I can, but there's a big, nasty green spot right here. And that's probably gonna stain. My truck is literally a freaking mess, being on the road constantly. I don't have any room for anything. I mean, like, it's slam full all the time. It's filled with good things because we have a lot of tools today to be able to proceed with this project. So, all right, let's get the power washer. All right, a 43-year-old truck takes 43 years to power wash just to get it somewhat looking a little bit better. Do I think it improved the paint? Absolutely not. Still looks like shit, but it's clean now. A lot of debris did come off, which is like a benefit. Now I'm gonna go back through and actually wash the truck with some soap and go through. I got a certain pad with me that's really it's not gonna be soft in the paint. I really don't care about the paint. So it's really gonna grime and get some of that stuff off. So that being said, let's get to scrubbing. Guys, when the truck's wet, that kind of like the color of this truck being original paint, the way it's kind of got rust, but it's starting. But when it's wet, dude, this thing looks freaking good. I think as soon as she dries, you know, it starts to come back to that color. I don't think so. I don't think we couldn't have hurt it anymore by doing this, but at least she's clean. Front end looks pretty good. All right, guys. Well, part 2 of this video will be going over boxes like this, explaining what I have ordered for the K-10. We're jumping into the next section of this video, so I'm not gonna skip steps. I'm just gonna whip this out. In the beginning, I explained how we have the floor pans kind of non-existent anymore. Hopefully the passenger side is not as bad or doesn't need it at all. We're kind of hoping for that because I only ordered one, but I can visually see that the worst out of the truck is honestly the rear fender well, passenger side's the worst. Driver side isn't as bad for the rear, and then it kind of slips. Floorboard in the front's extremely bad, and then hopefully I'm thinking it's pretty good on the passenger. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip this out, guys, show you what we're working with here. Here is the whole floor pan for the driver's side. Now, we'll jump into this with the second video, guys, but the way I do my body work and like restorations like this, the less work we have for this, it's not just being lazy, it's the truth. The less work you can make for yourself when you're doing projects like this is the beneficial thing to do. When we get my tap hammer out here, I will test every centimeter and inch of the good metal and the bad metal. If it's rusted, it's getting removed a centimeter behind that, up from that. If it's solid metal, we cut there. So we're not even going to use this whole entire floor pan. From what I can visually see, it literally is from like here over. So if it winds up being here over, if it's good here but bad down here, I mean, we will cut out exactly what we need. But in order to do that right now, we have to strip the entire cab. Like I said, projects like this, you want to do everything you can at the proper time, but if you don't do something and you try to move on, and you have to wind up going back, you're working backwards, and there's no point of doing that. I'm gonna have a lot of hours into this project. The less hours I have to put into it, overall makes up for the time that the total project's getting complete. So we're absolutely balling out for the interior of this truck because you only can do so much because it's a single cab, so why not go all the way out? Let's go ahead and tear into this cab and see what we can get done. All right, let's see what goodies we have in here. This is the best thing about taking off seats or going underneath. Let's see what we got. You guys know I got a free tackle box, and that thing's badass. I'm happy with that. Let's pick up my tools. I'm trying to figure out what's better with y'all. We got a bad glare, but okay. Let's start with like a brace or something. Let's throw that out. Got a lighter. Hell yeah, we got an adjustable wrench. Oh, 15. That's what I'm talking about. Got some pens. We got some lighters. Looks like some type of Chinese sauce. Yep. Sweet and sour. Look at the seats. Oh yeah. Miracle Whip. We got a drill bit. Got some plastic over here. Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this. That would be my passenger side vent. It goes right there. Keeping that. And that, just a bunch of shit. Seats out of my way. We got so much more room now. Imagine trying to work in here, guys, with having that conditions. I do realize we're missing that side over there. It's broke off. Y'all can see it's supposed to be right there. But like I got all my new weather stripping and everything. I make an order for that. I would try to restore them, but because we're missing that piece, might as well just order new ones. Maybe match them black or tan or something. On this side, what else we got? Is that my gear shifter? Oh hell. You gotta be shitting me. Dude, we're in business. Every piece that I was missing inside this truck, I just found underneath the seat. Got some screws and stuff down here. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I think some of these screws went, yeah they did, for all the plastic in here. I never opened this up. The hell? Oh, there's my mirror. Looked up there today and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to order one. That'd be nice. Next step, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull, you know, all the stuff I'm not gonna need out. First step, I'm just gonna go through and pull out some of the bigger stuff. We do have my little shop vac with us today, so let's go ahead and just start making this truck's life turn around. Let's get her cleaned up a little bit. I had high hopes for this side. Damn it. I don't know if y'all could see that, but that'd be rust. Oh, it's up there too. I need a tetanus shot after this one. This side would have been good. all the insulation right here, it's like it's all wet and sticky. And you can see, yeah, we have a lot of rust sitting right here, but I did the old scratch test. And when you get down there to it, we have good metal. And you can hear the different tones, but that's all solid. I'll tell you all this right now, we're not putting any insulation back in this truck. I'd rather be cold. This stuff, once you lay something over it. I'd rather put like 2 vinyl floors down to have a little bit more padding, but that's why this happened. Not the insulation's fault, because insulation's good. I mean, house insulation can get bad. Without insulation, you can't hold heat. I mean, it is what it is, or AC, so yeah, we're just gonna have to, it's 43 years old, it's gonna happen to it, but that's why this is happening with all this rust. Let's get the shop vac. Alright, so that's what the cab's looking like now. A lot better. We got a good surface area now to work with, and shit's not gonna be flying in our face. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start cleaning up everything. Gotta get all of this off the floor. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with our bench. What do we got over here? Yep, same thing. We're gonna use a box of floor pan came in to throw all this out, so let's wrap it up. Alright, right now I'm just picking up all my tools, getting everything back organized. Y'all can see there's a 5-gallon bucket inside the cab. I reckon that's gonna be my seat for now. I get tagged to this truck in like 10 days, so it's really not gonna get drove too much. We gotta pull it out of here. We'll just put it on the trailer and just get it moving around. But for back and forth, the seat should work for now. In the first video, I told you guys what we're gonna be doing with this truck. The second video is gonna be what we did today, just pretty much getting the truck really organized. Preparing for the most important thing is to make this truck rust free. Extremely happy with what we got going on today, you guys. If you're new to the channel, you realize that I try to stay very organized with these builds. Get my workstation, which is inside the truck right now, is in best shape as we can, so it's not making it, the job is already hard. You want to make it as easy as you can for yourself. When I first got here today, I took it for a longer drive, and we had a very loud whine with power steering. It didn't start at first, but when I got back, it was pretty bad. We're actually out of like power steering. There's absolutely none in the truck right now, bone dry. So I got some coming on the way right now. We'll get some in the trucks. I don't want to ruin burning the pump out. I already drove it probably way too long with making it that noise. So we'll get some power steering fluid in it, sit in our bucket, pull it back into its home. And guys, we will get going on part 2 hopefully shortly. I really appreciate you guys watching. Like always, if you have any ideas for the old Project K-10, leave them in the comments down below. Stay tuned for part 2. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, Lit and Bass TV.